Hey everyone, Zephyr here, and welcome to another speed build in The Sims 2. Today we are building a dump for my Sims 2 Build a City Challenge series, which I swear is still alive, okay? I literally have an episode that is almost edited that is going to be released soon after this speed build, I promise. It's just, I've been busy lately, it's okay. I've been a little overwhelmed by current world events, and now The Sims is actually kind of overwhelming me because there might be Sims 2 news on the horizon. And I'm really excited about the fact that there's going to be more eyes on The Sims 2, potentially, with what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and spread misinformation, but it seems like The Sims 2 and the original The Sims might be getting a re-release, and I'm kind of hyped for it. Notice how I'm not saying remaster, though. I don't think it's a remaster. I think it's a re-release with potentially some tweaks, and I might not end up downloading the re-release Sims 2 because I don't want to implode my game currently because my game is working for me. But I love the idea of them releasing The Sims 2 and having more people be able to play it and have the game be more accessible. I imagine that they'll make it so the game is more accessible on modern computers, but I'm concerned that's gonna break my mods and custom content and stuff. So yeah, that's my problem. I think I just want to keep my game as is right now. Unless, somehow they pull off the unthinkable and release a Sims 2 remaster where they have the old version of the game and the new version of the game as separate entities, and I can have my cake and eat it too, you know what I mean? But I think that's not realistic. I'm not expecting that. But yeah, my main concern when it comes to this release is the fact that it might mess up mods. And I think mods are where The Sims 2 thrives. And yeah, the base game is great, but I'm kind of sad that new players might potentially not get the full mod experience if it does break mods or custom content. But also the game itself is great, and I'm not gonna, hate on EA for re-releasing it. I think it's a great idea. I've been saying I want The Sims 2 to release on modern PCs forever, because sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to get to work on modern PCs, without EA supporting it. But yeah, I'm just kind of yapping about it, and I'm sure this is gonna be outdated in a couple days where we have all the information out about how this thing works. But right now I'm really excited. I just want to know what's going on, show me the goods. Are you just releasing the Ultimate Collection to people? Because we'd be happy with that too. I'd gladly point people to the right tutorials and stuff to get the game working. I want more hands on this game. But anyway, I decided that my Sims needed a dump in their town, and it's not because I necessarily think they're dirty Sims. It's because there's a couple teenagers in my town now. Spoiler alert. Kids get older, and I kind of wanted them to have a place to hang out. And realistically speaking, this town is not big enough for an arcade or anything yet, and I wanted them to have a spot that they could kind of call their own, them and the city garbage collection services they use. I don't know. I wanted my Sims to have a spot to hang out, and I thought it'd be a fun idea to use the dump, okay? That's the vibe we're going for. The problem is there's only 2 teenagers in town right now, so I need to make some townies to kind of populate the neighborhood, townie teenagers. So if you have any ideas for what kind of teenagers I should make who could hang out at this dump, potentially, let me know. I just need to get a good idea of their personalities, and once I have an idea of a personality for a Sim, it's easier for me to create them in Body Shop. I need to know their essence, their personality. So if you have any ideas, let me know. One idea that I'm kind of floating around in my head is to either make a group home or orphanage and put a bunch of townie teenagers in it along with a caretaker. I feel like that'd be more fun than just having them, out and about doing their own thing in the neighborhood without having a home. So I'm considering that. If you watch the series, let me know what I should do. I'm not sure. But yeah, I definitely wanted this lot to have various different activities my Sims could partake in. I wanted it to be a nice opportunity for screenshots. So there's the bubble blowing machine thing. I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I've never been high in my life. Never been drunk in my life. Never even been close to any of that. Okay, like I don't know the proper terminology to what the friggin' bubble blowing machine is supposed to be. Okay, like I just know that it's supposed to be a thing that is for rebellious youth, maybe, and not so rebellious, just chill adults. I knew it. I just wanted that object on the lot, okay? I just wanted my Sims to be able to get high off bubbles if they choose to do so, okay? And I'm making it weird, I guess. But anyway, there's a campfire they can hang out at. There's a axe throwing station that I imagine they, like, pulled out from the trash. There's a couple different activities your Sims can, do on this lot. And I just wanted it to be a nice, like, screenshot opportunity lot. Like, I think the vibes are there, okay? Like, is it the most ideal place for me to hang out personally? No, I feel like the smell would be overwhelming and, it'd be nasty. But also, I think it's going to be really fun to send my Sims here. I think it's going to be a fun lot to play on. And you can actually choose to send your Sims here too. Because this slot is available to download, link down below on my Patreon for free. I would never charge for my Sims 2 builds. Or Sims 3 or Sims 4 builds. Just to make it clear. I might charge for the Sims 1 builds. Just kidding. Just kidding. Wouldn't that be funny? Like, if I thought my Sims 1 builds were, like, premium quality builds and, I have to, like, charge for those builds because they're superior. Like, after all this time, I'm just like, yeah, guys, you can have my trashy 2, 3, or 4 builds for free, but in order to get to the good stuff, you're gonna have to pay up. And honestly, it's kind of easy to build in The Sims 1. It's not, like, super difficult. The building game mechanics were not really, like, they were fleshed out for their time, but, like, they improved with 2, 3, and 4. So it'd be kind of funny to just, like, charge for Sims 1 builds. Like, just thinking about, like, the limited number of items in the game and, the things you can accomplish in the game, charging for that would be kind of funny. And the only reason I joke about it is because there's people out there who try to charge people for their builds, and I find it so silly. But anyway, it's linked down below on my Patreon. It's also probably linked on my Tumblr. I'm not as consistent when it comes to posting on Tumblr when it comes to my builds, though, but, like, hopefully it's linked there too. If you don't want to do the whole Patreon thing, like, you go on my Tumblr, it's probably there. I also playtested this lot, and surprisingly, everything works. If you're just getting into The Sims 2 because of its re-release, and you've only ever played The Sims 4, you might find pathing to be a little bit of a struggle. And when I say pathing, I mean your Sims' ability to walk through things. It gets obstructed by the silliest things sometimes. So when I playtested this lot, I wasn't entirely sure if it was going to work because I put down a lot of literal huge pieces of junk and I knew my Sims could potentially have a hard time moving around the lot. So I really thought I was going to have to make adjustments to the build before I put it up for download, but, like, as far as I can tell, this build is fully functional. Your Sims won't have any trouble at all doing anything on this lot, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's nice when you don't have to, sacrifice aesthetic for functionality. It's nice when things mesh together in the right way and everything works as intended. Your Sims can even, like, cook a little meal on the slot, have a snack, use the bathroom. It's fully functional, and if you want, you can, like, roleplay your teen running away and staying on the lot for a couple days, and they'll actually survive. So I think there's a lot of uses for this slot, and I think the slot will be good for storytelling. Anyway, I thought this was a relatively unique idea for a build. Like, I'm not saying the idea of teenagers hanging out at dumps is, like, a totally original concept. Like, right now I'm thinking about Life is Strange, that vibe. But, I thought it was just a fun thing to replicate in The Sims 2. Mountain View, my Build a City Challenge town, is still a really small town, and there's not a lot for kids to do in the town. So them going on the outskirts of town and hanging out at the garbage dump seems kind of realistic to me. So I'm really hoping you guys can get some use out of this build too. Maybe some inspiration. Maybe you want to replicate the vibe in The Sims 4. Okay, I just searched Sims junkyard speed build and I'm getting more results. Maybe it's the Canadian in me because I call garbage dumps, and I think junkyard might be more of an American term. So there's more builds about this than I thought. I'm not as special and unique as I thought I was. But whatever, it's still a cute build. But yeah, I'm starting to get into my groove when it comes to creating content again. Like I said, I was in a little bit of a slump. I was sick, I was anxious, I was addicted to Marvel Rivals. Like, it was the whole thing. And I'm not sick anymore. I'm still kind of anxious and I'm still kind of addicted to Marvel Rivals, but we're getting out of it and we are creating videos again, which is exciting. Like I said, in a few days, you'll get my Build a City Challenge series update. If you haven't watched that and you're interested in Sims Let's Plays, check it out. It's me playing The Sims 2 and trying to create a city. There's some pretty wacky characters in that Let's Play, and there might be a cult forming. It's the whole thing. Also, we have like a kidnapped Sim, but now they're not really kidnapped, but then they decided to kidnap someone else. It's kind of related to the potential cult. I don't know, there's shenanigans occurring. We are getting towards the end of the video now. We will be going into some screenshots soon, and I really like the screenshots for this build. I feel like it shows off the build in a way that the video truly cannot. Like, you see my vision in these screenshots, so I recommend to stick around for them, okay? If you guys like the video, please give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.